Alright, and we're live on the Dave's Had Enough Show, episode 13. And here with me today is the old dirty as usual. How's it going, old dirty?
What's up, Dave? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty back. Let's get into this.
Alright. Well, today, or I don't know when exactly it was, a couple days ago, I heard about it yesterday, part of it. Been hearing a little bit about this. Um, Activision pretty much and Ubisoft are backing away from the Wii U. The Wii U is having a shift in fortunes right now with post E3 sales getting a big win from a strong show in Las Vegas and the launch of Mario Kart 8. But just when things looked like they were picking up, a couple of big publishers have started scaling down support. Despite the fact the last two Call of Duty games were available on the Wii U, Activision has decided to skip Nintendo's console with Advanced Warfare. Mike Condrey, or whatever his name is, co-founder of games developer Sledgehammer, has responded to a question on Twitter to confirm the fact. No, no, it says no, no, Wii U. That was an Activision decision, he said. We are focused on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. We've asked Activision why it's dropped support for the Wii U and will update if we get a response. Unfortunately, this comes alongside news that Ubisoft is also downscaling its support for the Nintendo's console. Speaking in an interview, Game Informer UBI CEO Gilmont said that Watch Dogs will be the last mature game for the Wii U. We've seen is that Nintendo's customers don't buy Assassin's Creed last year with numbers. This is perhaps a bigger deal for Nintendo, given that it has been a big third-party support. Ubisoft has been a big third-party support for the Wii U since launch, but Wii U game sales made up a mere 3% of the company's total for the last physical year, compared to the PS4's 9% and the Xbox 6%. But it won't be completely jumping ship. And the CEO added, "What we see is that they are very interested in Just Dance by other kinds of games. So what we are trying to do is focus more on these types of games that they are interested in." So in other words, they're pretty much saying like games like family games and stuff like that's more interesting on the Wii U. Like people tend to buy those games more than buying games like Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and Splinter Cell, because that did horrible on the Wii U. But they said, we all know it's about first party games anyway, so check out, the Wii U review or whatever. That's what's at the end of the article. But there's been a bunch of different articles about this, but that was pretty much from the CEOs of like Ubisoft and Activision. What do you think about this whole thing?
My thing is that most Nintendo owners, just like me and yourself, we own multiple consoles. We don't own just Nintendo console. So when you're saying that a game is coming out, for all platforms, but then at the last minute you say, oh well, the Wii U is going to be delayed for a few months, then I don't have to wait because I own, a PS3 and a 360, and now I'm about to get the other two systems, the Xbox One and PS4. So there's no need for me to wait for the Wii U version when I can just go get it for the other two consoles. So I don't know, man. It's like developers, they don't think. You know what I'm saying? They really don't think, and I guess they think also is that gamers don't think. So, I mean, we all know what it boils down to, is money. Nintendo don't give money like, the other two consoles do. So that's why you're not getting these games, like where's the screenshots and gameplay or even talks about the Watch Dogs that's coming out for the Wii U in what, October or November or something like that. Like, why did you push that game all the way back? yeah, you said you want to do some stuff with the gamepad, you know, with the hacking and other stuff, but you showing no screenshots. You showing us nothing. You're showing us nothing. We don't even know if the game is still going to be a port from what we've seen on the PS4 and 360. I mean, the PS4 and Xbox One. You know, is you going to, you know, do the graphics better? What people was, you know, hoping for and seeing at E3. I mean, what is you doing with the game, and why you're not talking about it or even showing us to get us hyped up again for this game? And it's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing with I don't know. I seen all this coming. Like, I don't see the Wii U having third party support at all. If they got to shell out money to get, you know, you got to put money into something to, you know, make money. It's just like it's an old business strategy. You know, it's all it is. And Nintendo don't want to shell out any money. But I mean, I understand. You know, like the games they do get. That's where I do side with people with the Wii U, because I look at it both sides of the fence. You know, a lot of the third-party games we did get, we don't get DLC for them. You know, like Assassin's Creed, the Black Flag. I'm not sure about the third one, but I know Black Flag didn't get DLC. Did the third one get DLC?
I think so. I think it maybe got one or two.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not saying that DLC is going to sell, like, you know, that's another thing, too. You know, we don't even know what it would sell like on the Wii U, because does the Wii U even really have a lot of DLC for games? No, I don't think so, right?
No, not too many that I know of.
You had like Mario, you know, New Super Mario Brothers, whatever the hell that game is. They had released Luigi U, and that sold well. That's a, you know, it's a first party, but I mean, I don't even think Splinter Cell got DLC. You know, I
No,
don't even.
Splinter Cell got DLC.
Oh, it did get okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know what the sales for that would be. So maybe Ubisoft don't see it, you know, even being worth it. But it looks like they do neglect a lot with the Wii U, like all the time. They're always like leaving out, like for example, Sniper Elite. They pretty much chopped that game in half, and Sniper Elite V2. They gave us pretty much half the game for the Wii U. So I understand people upset about that, and that's the case with a lot of games for third party. So I can look at it both ways. They're looking at, you know, they're looking at like this third party. Okay, we give you a game, you don't even buy it at all. But then I could see the other people's sides, like, okay, we're getting a half-assed game, we're getting no DLC. Like I was pissed with Call of Duty Black Ops 2 when that didn't get fucking DLC, because that was when I got my Wii U. I bought Black Ops 2, and I think it was I had Nintendo Land and I had Zombie U. I think it was. I can't remember what the games I had at launch. I know Call of Duty and Nintendo Land was one of them. Black Ops 2 and Nintendo Land. And I was pissed when I found out like 3 months after that DLC was getting ready to roll out that the Wii U wasn't getting it. And Nuketown took forever to get. Like I think you said they finally got it now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I played in it like a week ago or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, when they're, you know, given that type of like support, you know, half-ass support, you know, what do they expect? You know, people aren't going to buy their games, but you know, they want to see if people like. But then you have cases like this where you have Need for Speed Most Wanted U, and you have EA taking a separate team going back, you know, doing a whole special edition for the Wii U. But the thing too, that game was released after the other versions were released on 360 and PS3. But they did make a pretty well, you know, a pretty damn good version for the Wii U, and that didn't sell good at all, you know. And they didn't see the
Right.
point of releasing what was the last Need for Speed? I don't even remember the last one. It sucks so bad. But I'm just saying. I mean, that's how much I care about the game. But you know, they didn't even bother releasing that for the Wii U, the last Need for Speed. But it's like half and half. I could see where the developers are coming from, but I could see more where the fans are coming for. We're getting shit games, and why should we buy them in the first place? But there has been the cases like Need for Speed where they put a great third-party game out and it hasn't sold well. You know, there's very few cases of that compared to the shittier games, but still, even the good games don't sell well. A lot of people seem to think third party just don't do well, doesn't do well on the Wii U, and it's true. But they say a lot of Nintendo fans they say, oh, because third party knows they can't compete with Nintendo's first party. If you have a good third party game like Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm sure it can compete with a Nintendo exclusive. A game like that. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 would have been great on the Wii U with the Wii U gamepad and everything.
Yeah.
That would have been a great third-party game. I think it would have done well on the Wii U if it would have came out right when it came out with the rest of the, when the 360 got theirs and the PS3. But this whole thing with Ubisoft, Ubisoft was pretty much their last big third-party supporter for the Wii U, and it's very, they say they're going to do games like Just Dance still and all that. But correct me if I'm wrong. Did Just Dance come out for the Wii U, the latest one? I heard it came out for the Wii, but did it come out for the Wii U?
Which one? 15?
Yeah.
I think 15 supposed to be coming out.
Because I heard something like
I know 14 came out. I think Just Dance 14 came out last year, so now they on 15.
It came out for the Wii U?
Yeah, I think 14 did last year. I don't know if this year came out yet. It might have did. I don't keep up with Just Dance because I don't play it.
I don't either, but I thought that didn't come out for the Wii U. Somebody in the comment section that's watching this video, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think I heard something like Just Dance, they were making a version for the Wii U, or this maybe was last year's version, and they didn't make it, but they did make one for the Wii. But it is what it is. I don't know. I could be wrong. But it's funny that they're, focusing on those type of games and those sell well. But when you really think about it, the Wii U is a family console, and I would think those games would do well. But, with them not giving the full support of the games of third party, like, especially like Sniper Elite V2, how they just like took the Hitler missions away, and took the zombie thing away, took the co-op away, and pretty much the whole online mode. I mean, who would want that version if you could get the PS3 version that's probably, or the Xbox 360 version that's half the price? Oh, and then they charged didn't they charge full price for that game when it came out?
Yes, they did. They charged $60 and stripped everything from it. All you had was a campaign.
But
So
what I want to ask you this, like, even though the Wii U fans have that, Nintendo fans have, I'm talking about the Nintendo fanboys. I'm not even talking about the fans. The Nintendo fanboys have that option, of, they always seem to throw out there, well, we didn't want third party anyways, they always come out with that shit. They're like, we got we got a Nintendo console for Nintendo exclusives, but why are they bitching about third party then?
I mean, Nintendo fans and fanboys, whatever you want to call them, they want third-party games. They want some of those third-party games. They might not want all of them, but they do want some of those third-party games. I can say for like Nintendo fanboys, they're more used to, Nintendo first party, damn near being, coming out with no patches, no updates, everything is just thrown in the game. You're not nickel and diming us with DLC, with in-game purchases and all that. It's like Nintendo games and whoever the third party they work with on the game, they put everything in the game. The game is not broken, and then we gotta wait for patches and patches after patches. Nintendo fanboys, they don't want that, and developers know it. Then that's why developers put more games on Sony and Microsoft, because they know that those fans are going to buy it regardless if it's broke, toe up. All we got to do is send out a patch. They'll be happy as long as we get the $60. I mean, that's how you got to look at it, I mean, it would be nice if Nintendo got, more third-party games, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what Nintendo would be if they got all the third-party games. Grand Theft Auto 5 and the rest of them.
Nintendo's
You know what I'm saying?
dominating.
They probably be up there with the PlayStation 4 in sales. You know, they probably be going neck and neck. But Nintendo ain't dishing out that money to the developers, so you're not going to get all those games on your on the Wii U. So if they don't come out on the Wii U, I just pick them up for Sony or Microsoft.
Well, what do you think about, like, that's all Ubisoft now with Activision coming out and saying they're not going to make a, Wii U version of Call of Duty? Are you pretty surprised about that? No, because we have gotten Black Ops 2 and Ghost on the Wii U. Well, we got Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag on, Assassin's Creed 4 on the Wii U too. But isn't it weird to not see a Call of Duty game coming to the Wii U this year?
Yeah,
And
it is.
and the killer thing is, you had them pretty much making this game look like a next generation only game, and then they come out where they're going to make the PS3 and Xbox 360 version, and they're skipping the Wii U. So you mean to tell me the game's selling that bad on the Wii U that they're not going to make a Wii U version?
They trust me. They made money off the Wii U. It might not sold as much as the Xbox 360 and PS3, but they made some money off the Wii U. It didn't have them big sales. I don't even know how much they sold on Sony or Microsoft. What they sold, probably 6 million, maybe each,
Yeah.
or combined, maybe combined 6 million combined. So I don't know. I was kind of surprised that they wasn't gonna bring the new Call of Duty to the Wii U.
The Wii U version of Call of Duty Ghost or Black Ops didn't even hit 1 million.
I don't know. I don't even know the sales for.
Yeah, I don't go with all that checking sales numbers and all. I'm not a big person on that. I look at sometimes. I'll look at the VG charts, but I mean, I would have thought at least maybe hit 1 million. You have some people saying that the cell phone version of whatever version that is of Call of Duty outsold the Wii U, and I can see that. It's a cell phone. I mean, cell phones games.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it outsold the Wii U, then it outsold the PS3 and 360 because what? I think I seen the game on there for what, $3.99,
Yeah.
$6.99 tops.
Well, people like to say that just to tear apart the Wii U. They like to say shit like that.
Right, but I mean, even if it's true, I mean, you have to give or take $60 versus $7. Which one you gonna go with?
Yeah. Well, I think it's more of like an app type deal or some shit. I don't think it's a full game. I think it's something to do. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something to do like how the Metal Gear, how, for example, Watch Dogs, they have a cell phone game that can connect with Watch Dogs, the regular game, where the person could be on the phone, like, changing the stoplights and all that stuff, or chasing you with the helicopter while you're running. And maybe it's something like that. I don't know. And Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, they did something like that too. But I think those were like free apps. I don't know maybe the Call of Duty, maybe it was a game. I don't know.
I mean, for them not putting the new Call of Duty on the Wii U, then I look at it as whenever the Devil's Third come out, that's going to sell a lot.
Now, are you predicting that Devil's Third is going to do well on the Wii U?
I look at it now, yeah, it will, because there's no Call of Duty. So if there's no Call of Duty, and the only game that's coming out like a third-person shooter, and it has the online that everybody's seen from E3 is Devil's Third, then I'm pretty sure that game is probably going to do excellent then.
Yeah, I have to agree. When you have no when Call of Duty, they don't have any competition at all. Yeah, I mean that most likely probably will happen. That's one good thing out of this for the Wii U. It won't have Call of Duty, to compete. I mean, I don't know. When I used to play Call of Duty Black Ops on the Wii U. You know how it tells you the number of people online?
Yeah.
I think it was I'm wanting to say 1,000 or something. Am I right or no?
I think it was actually more. Like when I played it, I know I seen like up to like 3 or a little bit over 3,000.
I'd
playing?
play it late at night, like 2 in the morning and stuff, and I'd see 1,000. And a little over 1,000.
Oh, okay. Because the last time I was on Black Ops, like a couple of days ago, it was almost like 3,000 on there playing, and it might have been even more when the Nuketown came.
Yeah, that's possibly could be true too. It could be more people now. See, I haven't had I when that version didn't get the DLC for the Wii U. It took me maybe like a month or so, and I got rid of it. When I picked up another PS3, I was pretty much done with Call of Duty on the Wii U. But I do have to say this: the Wii U had a better community, I would say, for the online for the Black Ops 2. I enjoyed playing with people on the Wii U more than I did when I was on my PS3. I don't know. I just found people that were more, talkative. Got good groups together, had great matches. It's a shame, because I always find great people to play on when they do have online games with Nintendo. On the Wii U, it's really fun, but it's a shame that they don't really mess with online. But you do have a lot of games that are coming, like Splatoon, Devil's Third. I guess they're going to be doing online with Zelda. You got what's the other one that's coming? I think Star Fox is going to be online. I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah, it might be online. They haven't said anything about it.
yeah, they haven't said too much about it. But I'm saying the online experiences I do run across on the Wii U that have voice chat and stuff are fun. I'm hoping these games that are coming have a good voice chat system. I hope we probably. I mean, I know Super Smash Brothers U probably ain't gonna have voice chat, but I think Devil's Third will because it's gonna be a third-party game, so it might have hopefully the best third-party chat system I have experienced on the Wii U was with Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The
Yeah.
Splinter Cell was awful. That was terrible. It was breaking up. It was terrible. It could have been good, but it is what it is. Third party in the Wii U, my book, they either got. I think Nintendo should shell out some money and get third party. I think or I guess just ride with the exclusives. But I don't think that's enough. Just how these gaps are. Look at the gap from Mario Kart's release to now. To Hyrule Warriors. If you didn't want to play Mario Kart 8, you were screwed if you're a Wii U owner.
And those gaps,
right?
and those gaps were actually for third party. Before Nintendo brought out their first party, it's for third party to put their games out in these 2 to 3 months in between Nintendo first party games, but they don't want to do it. They don't want that. They don't want to make no money.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can go on it. We could go on about this subject on forever. I mean, I can talk. And then they have that thing going on with that whole game that they're gonna remaster for the Wii U. What's the name of that thing again from Sega? What's the name of that game?
Sega? They sent a remaster game from Sega?
Yeah, the one from Sega CD or something that had all that dispute over combat.
What was it called? Man, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
I'll get it. Hold on. I'll pick it up. That's a whole other thing with third party that's going on. They were pissed at Nintendo about, the whole copyright, or not the copyright thing, the whole mature title things. That's where they all came out with mature titles, M-rated games, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The game was horrible. What is the name of that game? Hold on, I'll find it.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that game.
I can't remember, but it was a game made by Sega. They're remastering it. And there was a whole dispute over, the whole thing when Mortal Kombat had blood for the Sega version for the Genesis. And then Nintendo didn't have blood on theirs, but then Nintendo stepped into this whole thing when they were going after suing Sega for the game. The name of the game was called Night Trap,
Oh yeah, that's right, Night Trap.
It was the first time they actually had, well, it was a live action game like Beyond Two Souls, and it was the first time it was ever done, but it had girls in a shower scene or something, and they were killing these girls, like, it was really graphic, they were screwing something into her neck, and it was really goofy how the game was, how the robbers, like, or whatever they are, the bad people, they get out of the shower and they walk after them, or like they have this stupid music going on, but they're remastering that game. But those developers of that game are really, they were mad at Nintendo, and they said that they would never put a game on Nintendo's console ever again with all the shit that Nintendo caused them, back in the day in '93 when this took place in court.
Hmm. I mean, it was a terrible game anyway back then, but I mean, if you still got a grudge, 25, 30 years later, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy. But
But
then
it's,
again,
it's, it's,
but then again, they turned, but then again, they turned back around and said that they was gonna put it on there
yeah, they
because
changed it because it's all
Nintendo fans
about
are
money.
the ones that do the most Kickstart money. So
Yeah,
they
the
had to turn
Kickstarter.
around and do
The game was fucking horrible. I played it. It was nothing, to write home about.
it.
It was
Right.
shit, but they're remastering the game. There are people happy about it. There is fans of that game. But I watched the court case on YouTube. It was a video, and it showed like Nintendo was in there, and Nintendo was like, "Oh, we're gonna put M-rated." That's when they started all the M-rated things, and
Hmm.
because they had that game, Night Trap, at the store with no rating on it. You could just literally go there and buy it if you were a kid.
Yeah,
And
that's how it was
like they
back then.
nowadays have an M-rated, sign thing on there where you have to have an adult or be an adult to buy it. So that's what that company was mad because Nintendo, they kind of started that shit. They kind of made them not side with. I think it was Sega or something at the time, but or whoever that was, that company. They pretty much, went after them in court. Nintendo kind of took the easy way out. They pretty much said, "Oh, Yuvi's trying to join. Let me send him an invite." Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Um, but yeah, the whole thing with Night Trap, they're remastering that, but that was the whole thing with Nintendo and third party. There's a lot that goes on with Nintendo and third party. What I want Nintendo to come out and tell us why they're not getting third party support. What did they do? What's going on? The only ones we're ever going to hear this from is Nintendo. Third party is not going to come out and say it because they don't want to burn any bridges with Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We already know what it's about. You know what? From whatever happened back then with the Super Nintendo, that was back then. Majority of those companies are gone. Like doors are shut.
yeah.
And I would think, after 30 years, you would have, new people in there. You know what I'm saying? Doing, business. Whatever happened back then with those people that was running the company. Now you have new people running the company. So,
Oh, there's Hubie. I got him in. How's it
Yo,
going, Hubie?
what's going on, guys?
what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, already?
Not much.
Alright.
Yeah, I just sent you an invite, so at least went through. You were
Okay.
calling on the one thing, I declined that and sent an invite on this. If
Alright,
for
no
some
problem.
reason it was calling, it would have had you in a different chat or whatever. But yeah,
Okay,
we're
okay.
talking about the whole thing with, a whole mixture of things, but it's all mainly the same topic, Nintendo and third party. But recently, Activision came out and said they're not putting the Call of Duty Advanced Warfighter or Warfare, whatever the hell it's called, on. It's going to be on the PS3 now and the 360, where it was only going to be a next generation
Yeah.
game for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And then you have Ubisoft coming out that they're not going to make mature games no more for the Wii U and just make games like Just Dance because of the sales for Assassin's Creed and all that. And that Watch Dogs will be the last mature game for the Wii U. So pretty much they're losing a lot of third-party support. They're keeping it with Ubisoft, but I think Activision's pulling the plug completely.
Yeah, I was
What
actually,
do
I'm
you
gonna
think
make a video.
about it, Hubie?
Look, I feel bad for Nintendo, but
Are
this
you
is
there, Hubie?
yeah, you hear me? Oh shit. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Oh, do you hear Hubie?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys. I was just
Old
wondering.
Dirty, do you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, I can't hear him. That's
Dave,
weird.
Dave, you can hear me?
I think Dave might be muted or something. Or
Oh, hold on, let me check. Let me check.
Oh, do you hear me?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
can
hear
hear
you.
Dave.
But do you hear Hubie or no?
Yeah, I hear both of you guys. But
Oh,
I don't think
man.
you can hear. Hubie say he can hear you, but I don't think you can hear him.
It's always problems with this thing. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hubie, drop out and then come back in.
All right, all right, all right.
Can you do that? It might. Then
Yeah.
it might work. Then I might be able to hear you. All right. I don't know why it does that.
Crazy.
Nah, it's just. I'll send him another invite. Yeah, I've been wanting to get Hubie in a podcast. I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, I've been in the podcast with him for what, about 2 months or something.
Yeah, I'm sending him. There he goes.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. There we go.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, good. Now, like I was saying, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I was saying, I feel bad for Nintendo. I really do. You know, but at the same time, this is on them. Like their job, they have people there who deal with third party relations, and for whatever reason, they haven't gotten it. You know what I mean? Like it boggles my mind that a Call of Duty game can't be on a Wii U. How the fuck did that make any sense? Like it doesn't make any sense. How the fuck can a Call of Duty game can't be on the system? Like it don't make no sense, and you know I can blame the developer that you know they're definitely you know to blame for this, but at the same time Nintendo's goal is to bring content to their system, whether it's first party or third party, and if they're not doing it from a third party perspective, that's on them. They have to fix that.
Right.
And that's what I was telling Old Dirty. I told Old Dirty that. I said when Nintendo came out with this damn console, the Wii U, they said 3 things. Better online, more third-party support, and cater to the hardcore gamer. First off, where the hell is the hardcore gamer on the Wii U right now? Second off, where's more third-party, and where's the better online? So they really didn't deliver any of the 3.
The thing with the marketing that I don't understand is that all the channels that I watch, I don't see no Wii U commercials. It's only when my nieces are here or I'm over at their house and they're watching, you know, Nickelodeon or whatever, that's when I see the Wii U commercials. Why would a company that makes mature games like Watch Dogs put games on your system when your system being marketed primarily for kids?
You got a point.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like I know that the system has mature games. I know that. Like, but the developer like Ubisoft, they see that and they're like, I mean, what's the point? Why would we waste money to make this multi-billion-dollar game that costs to make this game? Why would we waste our time making games for that system when they're not portraying it as a mature system?
I never thought of it like that. You have a good point, man.
Yeah, I've been telling this kid that I've been going back and forth with on Google Plus. Like I've been telling him this, and he just keeps defending Nintendo. And listen, I understand. Look, I'm not saying that it's all Nintendo's fault. All I'm saying is that when you see multiple companies, you have Capcom, you have companies from Japan that are not making games for the Wii U. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. Like there is no excuse that I can hear that Street Fighter cannot be on the Wii U.
And that's weird to see, to not see a Street Fighter game on a Nintendo console.
Exactly. It don't make no sense. Like Persona 5. Why the hell is that not coming to the Wii U? It's coming out for the Xbox. Like that don't make no sense. It's coming out for the Xbox. It's coming out for the PlayStation. Why is it coming out for the Wii U? I mean, honestly, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I can sit here and bitch and complain about third party developers being lazy and all that shit till I'm blue in the face. But at the end of the day, I bought the Wii U to play games on it. And if you're not bringing me the games, then fuck your console.
I'm telling y'all, It's that money. I'm pretty sure Microsoft and Sony probably told developers like, look, hey, we keep giving you guys money for this, for that, to put games on our console, for DLC and all this. How much did Sony pay to have DLC for a whole year before Microsoft gets it? So if they keep doing this, they looking at Nintendo like, why is you keep putting these games on? You know, why are you going to put these games on their console and they not giving you guys money? Now, if they ain't giving you money, then we shouldn't give you money. Don't you think, as a developer, wouldn't you be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I'd rather get money from Microsoft and Sony if Nintendo is not giving me money. So the hell with them.
I mean, Old Dirty, I understand that, but here's the thing: Destiny is still coming out for the Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, even though Sony's giving them money to you know, to get exclusive content or whatever, like it's still coming out for the Xbox. You know what I mean? Like,
it's coming out for the Xbox, and I'm pretty sure Microsoft gave them some money. They talking about this game is $500 million. This game I want to play Destiny. It looks nice, but it don't look like it's $500 million that they done put in this game. Like, the graphics should be mind blowing, something we ain't never seen before, or even capable. I mean, it should be pushing the Xbox One and PS4 to its potential. I'm talking about they should be able to just tap this thing out with a $500 million game that they, you know, making. Nah, man, I don't believe that.
I think a lot of that money is going to marketing. Cause I saw the game on the front cover of Newsweek. I'm like, that blew my mind. Like, Newsweek, that's not a gaming magazine at all.
It's not. It's not.
That's something where you would see, like, you know, someone important that we don't know about, or like a celebrity or nothing like that. It has a full-fledged game on the front cover, and I think a lot of that money is going to marketing. Yeah. That, you know, the money costing so much money to make, they're putting most of that into marketing. Cause I seen the game. The game, it don't look like it's you know, the next generation. Like, it looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but it don't look like it's the you know, the next generation, the game that will push the system to the limit.
Right. And what are you talking about right here? Because I had a text right there to answer. What was it? Call of Duty or no?
No, he was talking about Destiny. It was on the cover of Newsweek.
Yeah, that's where I'm with you on that. I agree with you totally. I don't feel Destiny is like this big it's a great game, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel it's this big next generation looking game. I don't. I played it. I mean, I didn't see it. People said when you got to play on the moon, that moon part of the game, they let you play it for 2 hours or something. I missed out on that. They said that looked really good. But the game overall, it just looked like Borderlands. You know, it looked like something I play on the PS3 a little bit better. You know, I'm not going to say it. Definitely not a next generation game. Like, I haven't really seen any games that really push next generation besides The Last of Us. And that's a remastered game. That looks really good on the PS4. But it's pretty sad we got to look at a remastered game to see next generation graphics. Does that make any sense?
No, I don't.
Like, there's this part in The Last of Us when you're playing it, the DLC, and the two girls are at the carnival, or they're at the Halloween shop, and you have to shoot each other with super soakers or whatever, water guns. It looks real, like the water and everything. It just looks very good in her facial expressions when she's in the booth taking pictures, or no, playing the video game and pretending that she's playing a video game.
Yeah.
It's a part of the game, and it just looks real. And I'm like, wow, this is next generation, but it's kind of sad that we got to play a game from last generation and have it remastered to have next generation graphics, where we have games that are supposedly for next generation only, that aren't pushing the graphics the last generation remastered game is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Well, what do you guys think about what Nintendo put out saying that 2015 that they're going to put out a game each month from, I guess, their first party or whatever, but Nintendo basically said they're going to put out a game every month for the year 2015. And one of those games is going to be a remastered game that everybody's been talking about or everybody's been wanting, but they didn't give us a hint. Like, do you think Nintendo can pull this off, or what do you guys take on that?
I think it's possible. Like if you're going to, especially if you have the support of the indies, it is very possible. Like they can, yeah. And I think they should do that. Like,
It's supposed to be third party. I mean, this is supposed to be AAA titles. These aren't indie games you're talking about, Real Dirty.
oh, that's what they said.
I'm not sure if it's like going to be just straight all first party games, but Nintendo said that they're going to put out a game. They are going to put out a game every month for the year 2015. So is it first party or is it first party and some indies? But they just said they are.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think they can. I mean, if the games are ready, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
And I hope they do, because look, I like obviously PS4 is the first console I'm going to buy, but I do want to buy a Wii U at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, I hope they do this. I hope so.
Well, apparently, I mean, people still want to play the Wii U because they saying after Gamecom, Amazon reported that the Nintendo pre-order games, the pre-order, went up almost 9%. Just from Gamecom, and it outdid, the pre-orders for the PS4 and the Xbox 360, which I mean the Xbox One, which came in at a low at 2.5%. So I'm guessing people still want this console, even though third party is not really putting out anything.
They promised us better third party, more third party, better online, cater to the hardcore gamer. We didn't see any of this yet, really. They do have now. You have a lot of the Nintendo fans, or I'm talking more of the fanboys, not so much the fans, that are sitting there saying, "Oh, well, Mario Kart's, we don't need third party. We got games like Mario Kart." Yeah, you got games like Mario Kart, but how many of them games are you getting? Like you got Mario Kart in May. So from May 30th till now, what did you get besides Mario Kart? Indie games? No third-party support.
True.
Besides indie games. I feel sorry for the people that own just a Wii U. I'd be pissed if you weren't looking forward to get Mario Kart and you skipped on Mario Kart. What have you been playing on the Wii U?
Right.
So Mario Kart has to pretty much be the game you have to get if you're a Wii U only owner, and you have to like it. You're gonna get it, and you're gonna like it. There ain't no questions asked. That's what I don't know. I think Nintendo, like Hubie said, pretty much, and like I told you when we were talking on the phone. Nintendo made these promises. Nintendo should be held to these promises. They did.
They did make these promises, and they should hold up to it.
You're in business, so they made a business decision of saying, hey, this console's gonna have more third-party support, better online, cater to the hardcore gamer. Do what you got to do to get the third party. If it's money what they want to get on your console, do it. Nintendo. It's not like Nintendo don't have the money. Take a shot at it. See where it would get you. If it don't get you, they ain't gonna go fucking broke doing it. Just do it for.
I guarantee you right now, if Nintendo goes to Rockstar and say, hey, you know what? We know y'all remastering Grand Theft Auto 5. We want in on that. And dish them some money. I bet you Wii U's fly off the shelf for Grand Theft Auto 5. Because people was actually thinking that Grand Theft Auto 5 was going to come to the Wii U. And they was getting excited. Like, Nintendo fans was getting excited. Like, man, we get Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm buying it. I'm like, well, shit, if it do, yeah, that's going to be a lot of Wii U's flying off the shelf.
But if they have to be smart about it. Because, obviously, Grand Theft Auto is a system seller. No doubt about it. But you have to make, if you're Nintendo, you have to make it promising. So if I was Nintendo, let's say if I went to Rockstar and I told them, oh, we want you to bring Rockstar, we want you to bring Grand Theft Auto to Wii U. I wouldn't just stop there. I'll be like, okay, we'll make a custom made bundle for Grand Theft Auto 5 with your own custom made system. And they have the upper hand because you're getting the same game, just with better graphics, but you're getting it custom That's $100 cheaper than anything else right now. Than anything else out.
Right.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I don't think they would do it, but it would make sense.
It
You know what I mean?
would.
Yeah. Another thing I have to say about Nintendo and the fanboys or whatnot. You know, I hear this like they're blaming third party. They're coming up with all these excuses and they're blaming third parties. Here's the problem with that. When it comes to the investor calls that Nintendo has to make, they can't sit there and be like, oh well, Ubisoft did this to us and Activision did that to us. Capcom won't give us this. They don't want to fucking hear that. All they want to hear is if they're making money or they're not. And if they're not making money, that's a problem.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't come up with all these excuses that the Nintendo fans like to throw in my face, telling me, oh, well, the third party... Whatever. At the end of the day, Nintendo has the answer to their investors. And they can't use the same excuses you guys are using.
Right.
It's the same thing with the WWE network. Like, I heard that Vince McMahon made all these promises about how the network is going to be, doing this, doing big business and all that other stuff, and it underperformed. So what happened? The investors got upset. The stock went down. So he had to change the trajectory. He had to fire a whole bunch of people. He had to cut the budget to $40 million. And right now it's projected to be that the network will make them money. You see, that's what a business does. If you're going to oversell, you have to you have to fix it. Oh, Dave's gone.
Oh, yeah, he jumped back in. Probably something happened to his PC.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's Nintendo got to do something. They're gonna have to, just get with the times. If that's what it takes to get these third parties on board so you can sell more, then that's what you got to do as a business.
Yeah, I agree.
And I remember Iwata saying that they didn't want to pay third party because it'd become a trend. Every game that come out, we have to in our pockets to get them money. So he even said that, and he know that Microsoft and Sony does it. But he said it's going to be an ongoing thing. It'll never stop.
I understand that part, but at the end of the day, you're not bringing games to your consumers. That's the problem.
Right.
You have to think about this logically. Now, the indie stuff, that's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to look at things realistically. If you want to bring a type of audience to your console, you have to get games that can be put on your console. Like Street Fighter, there's no excuse for Street Fighter. Like, that game could probably run. That game runs on a 3DS. You could run that game on a Wii U. You know what I mean? Persona 5. Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because the last Street Fighter was on the 3DS. Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
And it's all over 1 million on the 3DS.
Exactly. You could bring that game over to the Wii U. Like, you can bring in like Persona 5. You could get a Guilty Gear game on there. Get games that are a little bit outside the box, but it makes the system appealing to hardcore gamers. That's who's not buying the system right now. Is the hardcore Nintendo fans are buying it, but the hardcore gamers who play on anything, they're not buying the system.
Right. I mean, because you do got a lot of hardcore that only prefer one system. They don't want a multi-console. Majority of them probably just only play just on one console.
Yeah.
And whatever favorite console that is, that's what they're gonna play on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dave, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm having problems with this Google Hangouts. My laptop, the power supply, the laptop died. My fucking stomach's itching like crazy. I got a rash from work. It's all going on at once. Hold on. But yeah, the power supply died on the. I just plugged in the laptop, so I'm gonna. I don't want to back out of this because then I think it'll shut out the Google Hangouts. But I appreciate you guys carrying on the podcast while all that happened.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, hold on. I don't know. I'm scared to back out of this. Well, I guess I'll keep this going. This one, I'll back out of this one. Well, no, that. All right, whatever. Here we go. All right. So the next thing, what else has been going on lately? Besides, are we still on the Wii U conversation?
I mean, we can move on. You know.
Okay, because I didn't know if you. I did look up. They supposedly said they are going to release a big title game every month for the Wii U. You know, that's what I guess one of the dudes came out in a press conference. I don't know who exactly it was, but one of them's going to be a big remastered game. So that is true. You were right on that one. I'm not saying you were wrong or anything. I looked it up.
Right. I wonder what remastered game that'll be that everybody wants. Could it be Metroid Prime series?
Them going back to the old school 2D one.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many games that they could remaster. I mean, they didn't give any kind of other hint. It's just like, oh, just a remastered game that everybody wants. Well, there's a lot of games.
Yeah. Nintendo how Nintendo is. Nintendo doesn't say nothing until 3 months before the game about to come out.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. That could be anything.
Right,
I'm hoping that.
I heard some people say either Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine, but I'm thinking maybe the Prime, like Metroid Prime. You know how they doing the Halo collection? Maybe they doing a Metroid Prime collection. All 3 being remastered.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, remastered games. If they're like a game that's like old, like how they're doing the Halo series. They're going to remaster all them games and give it to you at a decent price, $50 or $60. That ain't bad. And for me with the remasters, if I didn't play them, the way this generation's going, if I didn't play the game, I'm for it. I'll pick it up. But if they're going to remaster every game of last generation, why? I mean,
no.
No,
I agree with you. Like, I don't need to see a remaster of fucking Beyond Two Souls. Like, what's the point?
No, I don't either. Yeah. I mean, I have never really played the game. I don't really need to see it, though. I mean, it depends. If the game's a decent price, like Last of Us, I paid $50. They gave me all that DLC. They gave me, 60 frames a second, which I do see a big difference from 30 frames because you can lock the game at 30 frames per second. You see the difference when you're playing it. And the 1080p thing, it's not a big thing. I do like the frame rate, the jump in frame rate. But it's a good deal. You're getting $50 for all that, so it ain't bad. But I don't need, like you said, I don't want to see all these games, and I said too myself, I don't want to see all these games remastered. Like, if they're doing this to hold us over till 2015 when, Bloodborne comes out and the Order 1886 and, all the other games are coming on the Xbox One and games that are coming for the Wii U, that's fine. It's better than nothing. But if they're going to keep remastering games, I don't want that, I want new games.
If they're going to do that with like, smaller titles, and, cause I think they did it with Flower and Hotline Miami. If they're free, then that's fine, whatever. I'm cool with that. But I don't want to see a retail Beyond Two Souls or God of War Ascension. I don't need to see that.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing. I'm like, we don't need to see games, a year too old. I mean, I'm cool with remasters, don't get me wrong, but I don't want a game already played a year ago to 2 years ago. If you're going to give me a remastered game, give me some, 5 years to 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Give me something like that. Something I can really be hyped over,
Yeah, I agree. And as far as whatever Nintendo's doing, I think the remaster game that they're going to do is Star Fox. I don't know which one, but I think they're going to go back to Star Fox.
What about Star Fox 64? That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think they should. Yeah, I think they should. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Didn't they have Star Fox 64 remake on the 3DS?
Yeah, and what's his name from Nintendo? Man, his name on the tip of my tongue. He's actually saying that they actually making a Star Fox game. They didn't show it because he said it